My name is Ron Medenwald. I'm the Vice President of Leisure Interactive. I've been with Leisure Interactive for 10 years now, but I am an old veteran of this campground industry. I've been in this industry for 25 years, and I represent in my lifetime a real 360-degree connection with the campground industry. I started off with an RVing family, graduated from college, got a degree in marketing, went into park operations, was a park superintendent for a large regional facility down in Southern California. Spent some time out there on the leadership side, was on the Cal Arvik board and was president of Cal Arvik, and was on the Arvik board. Then Leisure Interactive grabbed me, and I'm over on the supplier side. So I've got to work as a consumer, still an avid RVer, still have my passion with park operations, and now taking the technology side and really helping that grow, which my mission, my personal mission is still and has been for years, is to help this industry grow. So that's my philosophy, and I think that's a lot of the philosophy that our company brings. With me is Kelly O'Brien. She manages our whole consumer branding side with Camping.com, and again, that's another way for us to take technology, merge it together with our partner parks and our consumers to make one really big, great package that's a whole lot more than the sum of 1 + 1. So that's a little bit about us. I'm going to kind of go through the slides pretty quickly. We originally came out as Friend Communications, and you may have heard that name, Friend Communications, kind of an interesting, poorly branded name for a company, I'll be real honest with you. And we switched to Reservation Friend because our primary component was the online reservations. But in this whole process of these last 10 years, we've acquired some great brands and some great side businesses or complementary businesses to our core reservation product. We have Park Software, which is a standalone software system. We have our enterprise software program, Hercules 3.0, which actually has a marina division because it's a bit different operation. Camping.com is our flagship, and I wouldn't be surprised if down the road someday we change our name from Leisure Interactive to Camping.com because it really is the epitome of what we do. We have a lot of micro brands and a lot of key domain names, and again, we can take all of that information, all of our partner parks on the campground reservation side, all of our contacts with consumers, and leverage this thing to a tremendous marketing channel that is unsurpassed by anybody out there. So my whole talk is about the Hercules Difference. Today, we started 10 years ago. Today, we have over 800 RV parks and campgrounds throughout the United States that are taking our online reservation system. There's no other software company here that can say we have 800 customers out there taking online reservations. We are the largest. We were the first to offer online reservations. It's always easier to build a better mousetrap, and we actually did that in 2007, and built a better mousetrap because this world of technology changes so fast. But that's a nice representation. Even a little park in Hawaii, which I never get to go visit and provide on-site support to, but it's pretty nice to have that opportunity to serve. And you see there's parks in Canada also. So today we're going to talk about these topics that makes us different. Our design of our original component of our program, where our infrastructure is. Infrastructure is the foundation. That's where everything lies. Our experience, I've kind of talked about that a little bit already. Talk about our technology partners. It's a lot more than just one company. It's taking the right partnership and bringing this whole thing together that makes a difference. We are not a static company, and if you ever come across a technology company that's a static company, they won't be around very long. And one of our components of our infrastructure design was knowing that we can never, ever be static. And last, I want to talk about us. I think my experience, Kelly's experience, and our team, and the way we handle support is a key differentiator than anybody else offers, and it's very unique to this industry. So, to start this whole program out, back in 2000, our company got together some key leadership members of this industry, experienced park operators, got them together in a focus group and say, what do you really need? Now, this is before online reservations were out there. And it was a scary thing. So what do you need to run your park, have confidence in the internet, and make a system work? And we got that focus group together, and we had some preconceived ideas, and they certainly did too. And it was only taking the synergy of this group with different operations, because you guys know, I went around this room today, every single park is different. Every single business rule for every park is different. So how do you design a software company to incorporate all those differentials and still make it work? And still have the low-cost delivery of a software product that really is customized to your business. And that's the real technology challenge that any software provider has, because this industry is so different and the technology is so great. So things like how far automation was supposed to go away. So when we talked about this focus group, it's developing a software system that matches your business rules. It's a matter of, how do you say I can take this 30-foot site and guarantee that I don't ever put a 40-foot motorhome on that site? How can I let a system say, I want to take reservations X days in advance, or I want to let my front office customers who want to book next year have a chance to get their same site next year so that the ones that go online don't take it from them. How do I enforce 3-night minimum stays? How do I change my cancellation policy for holidays? All these business rules that you have in your office, that you have your staff trained to do, we have to have a software program that understands that and manages it. So we have built the program that says, you got your online rules and you got your offline rules. They can be the same, they can be different, and they can change throughout the year. So that's really when I talk about the difference, that core foundation that we got from the focus group, the building the technology around those differences, is what makes us different. I see lots of companies out here, they can't take that slide and say we do all this stuff. The design base. Back in the 80s, it was all a local install. Still some companies out there. We work with a very quality company called Campground Master, Campground Master, that has a very solid customer base, 1,000 customers that are using their software system, but it's a local install. And to try to take a local system and conduct and transact business online and keep that transaction secure and have this poor guy supporting this program with all these servers across the country is a next to impossible feat. So Campground Master came to us and said, let's talk. Let's have our systems talk to yours so we can provide an online reservation service. So I say we're cloud-based, but we work with the local install. If you have lousy internet connection, we can still provide online reservations for you. It's a very effective tool. There's a lot of companies out there that says we're cloud-based. Well, cloud-based is really not having your data sitting in a data center and having a server, because what you have is you have your program sitting on a server, and it's not a whole lot different than sitting at the park level, because that program is going to be limited to the capacity of that server. A true cloud-based application, which we are, is one that sits out on the cloud. It sits on a server, but that application is scalable. So when July 4th, the Memorial Day weekend comes in and you have a lot of visitors coming to your website and hitting it and booking reservations, and our customers are all over across the country, we're not stuck to that finite serving capacity. The cloud can automatically scale up to handle the transactions and scale back down. That is critical, especially in this day. I see a lot of mobile apps out there. That's only going to increase the number of applications that are hitting your system and putting drain on that server. So that's the key difference on us. So being here 10 years ago and now having 800 customers, and we're very proud of that, we've also have the ability to say we have successfully serviced over 2.5 million online reservations. And that number is going to change drastically this year, increasing because we're taking some big state park systems on. They're going to put tremendous demand, and we didn't get those kind of contracts without having a good track record and a system that was fully met the due diligence of the technology and support that came through to awarding those contracts. So we're really proud of that and excited, and we have the cloud-based system that's going to handle that infrastructure without a hiccup to our customers. We chose our technology partner for going to the cloud. We chose Microsoft. Microsoft is basically the leader in the technology. They have the cloud-based system, and we actually have 2 locations of their cloud, one in Texas and one in Chicago, that we're using both. So our primary location's in Texas. If something happens, a nuclear bomb gets dropped off on Texas, all of our data is still sitting live in Chicago. System goes on, life is good, except for the people in Texas. But the other thing that's important about going with Microsoft is they're not going to let us stay static with our programming software. They're going to continue to force us to go through the newest versions of their software. So you're going to see that we have a software program that's constantly evolving. It's not going to be static and be pigeonholed into a place where it can no longer grow. We're always going to be there, and Microsoft is our partner to keep us here today and get us to wherever tomorrow may be, and who knows what that may be. Another difference, and I've talked about this already, is our ability to integrate with other software providers. We don't want to be exclusive. We have a really solid foundation. We have PCI compliance. Our credit card process is encrypted. It's It's there at the state-of-the-art technology. Microsoft wouldn't let us do anything else but have the best of the secured systems. But the issue is we're out there and we can tie with existing systems, or we can provide a software service that's going to be good for all. We've tied in with not just Campground Master, but we have parks, we have a company called Vestivo, CampWorks, and we will tie with anyone if they want to. Another partner is our Camping.com enterprise, which has the very best generic name. What's the very best generic name, intuitive name. The intuitive name for people who don't know where they're going to camp and they just want to go find a campground somewhere in some state. Camping.com is going to display all of our customers that are listed with our reservation system have a full page listing on Camping.com with 16 photos, complete description about the park, a option to give the guest reviews, and more importantly, the opportunity to say, hey, I want to stay there, click on the reservation and book the reservation while they're right there. So Camping.com is a fantastic benefit that we offer to every one of our reservation customers, and typically always on the sorts when they go through and take a look at reservations or parks, the online reservation customers float to the very top of the campground listing when they come and doing searches. So we're really helping our parks get seen. And that's not anything to do with the size of the park. So it levels the playing field. A small park can get the same exact presence as a huge park on Camping.com. And it's a tremendous advantage for the smaller operations to say, I can be right there next to these big guys and have a budget to do so. We run the technology for guest reviews. Bob McKinnon's next to the booth next to us. Guest reviews is the adopted customer feedback program for National ARVIC. We run that technology. It's integrated into our Hercules system. So every time a customer is checked out on our software system, they get an invitation saying, hey, we will thank you for your stay. Please fill out this information, this feedback, so we can service you better. Customers that leverage this take those ratings, we post that live rating on their website, and I guarantee there's no better marketing than customer referrals. And if you can get an A+ like that, and we have just a handful of customers that are taking advantage of that opportunity, and they're quality parks. The opportunity to take that guest review program, embed it on their website, go through the reviews. If they get a negative one, to respond in a very positive way and take a bad situation and make it a good one. And those parks that participate don't work hard, and they get tremendous results. Another misconception out there is payments. We offer a lot of choices on payments. And it's a long change since 1980 when we first came out with this system. There was pretty much one gateway provider, and that was VeriSign. There's a lot of players out there, and we can either provide the integrated credit card processing through our account, or give you options of your credit card choice for your money to be sent directly from the reservation system to you and not go through our hands as our merchant processor. Because we're not a static software, things are changing. So this show, we are introducing our new point of sale system, and we have a new gift card program, and we've got the online availability search. Gift card programs was asked by us by the South Dakota State Parks. It's a pretty fantastic system where they can purchase the gift cards in advance. They're all either run by credit cards or magnetic swipe, and a customer can go to multiple parks within the South Dakota State Park system and use that one card to pay for all, and even in their retail side. Point of sale system, we've adopted a little bit new design on our technology, knowing that iPads and tablets are out there, so we're going to a more touchscreen design. But it's also integrated right with the reservation system, so you can take a store on your sale, and just like the hotel here does, and post it to the folio at the site. So you can either do independent sales or actually attach sales and run a customer tab. And it's the touch tone device makes that type of application really nice. If you're out there and you have a boat rental and a little dock, you can actually have a wireless and put it right to their reservation system with a little tiny tablet. So it's a tremendous efficiency for the park operations. Took our Reservation Engine, which was a little bit old, and we had a lot of requests for availability search. So when someone goes through on a holiday weekend and they say there's nothing available, they can take a look at a grid and see where the sites are. You'll see that same kind of a technology used with airlines on pricing and everything else. So that's coming out this winter, this before the end of 2012. But so it's time to change our technology a little bit on the booking engine. So it just makes what I think is the best booking engine even better with that display. Lastly, we're going to talk about support. Talked about my history with running a park operations. I have worked as a campground consultant. I know this industry very well, And I offer my services free to our customers when they're going through. And when you set up a new e-commerce agenda for your operation, sometimes you just don't know what you don't know. And I like to help you address those questions when we're doing the onboarding. My support team has been with us since the beginning. They've onboarded those 800 parks. They got tremendous experience. But what we really do on Unique as support is every Wednesday, actually 3 times a week, but we offer free online training. So you get your staff in front of the computer, you dial into our conference line, and we train your staff on our system. We do it for you, free of charge. Staff can attend as many times as they like. After a staff has been to the training, we also offer free Q&A sessions for our support. So if you say, I want to change my price of my pet from $1 to $1.50, how do I do that? I don't want to read the manual. I did it a long time ago. I don't remember. You dial into that session. Because it's a web-based system, we can log right onto your account, walk you through it, even have the online screen and show you how to do it. So support is really neat. We can teach you how to run your system and not say, go ahead and do it, and then call us back next year with a toll number and charge you. We help you through it. Because again, our success is having our customers running the business, be comfortable with it, not shutting things down and going. So again, I think our Hercules Difference really is our Hercules team. When it's all said and done, I love this quote. It says, revolve your world around the customer and more customers will revolve around you. It really says it all. You know, we take this whole picture and we make it a full encompass, from your front office staff to running reports to accounting to that bottom line consumer that's out there trying to find a place to stay and telling other people how great their stay was. So that's my presentation. I'm at the booth. I can give detailed online demos. We don't have an online demo on our site because every park is different. If you look at our first setup is the site type. We have 27 different site types, from a lodge to a yome, to an RV site to a tent site. So having an online demo is going to answer about 10% of the questions. So we do personal demos, find out about your business and say, this is how it fits. So we do that free of charge. Just give us a call.